Right, so let's put that about there. I always wonder how far away I should put the mic. Okay, welcome back to the stream. So, what's going to happen today? Well, a few things I want to talk about today. I'm just going to start by doing that. The first one is this issue of the audio. This is like a super contentious issue for me, the audio. Because I don't like... I was thinking, right, I like to have the audio at 100%. I like the music to be loud. And people do say, like you, Backspace, which is unfortunate, and you did ask me to turn the audio down yesterday. And to be honest, it's something which I can't really do, because I like to have it there. It's just something that I've always done. And I feel like, in a way, it's a little bit... I don't know, I don't like to change from that. I always want my audio at 100. You see, if I do it, because the problem is, right, I'll always get comments about the audio. You may not understand the background to this, but you always get comments saying about the audio. If you have a large channel, you can reach a consensus, but with a small channel where it's just one person saying this or that about the audio, it's a huge deal, basically. Because it's almost like you're telling me to do the audio. You're saying you don't like my content, you want to have the audio at a different level. And it may not seem like that, but unfortunately, like I say, with a larger audience, if you've got like 100 people, 500 people, then you can get a consensus. But when it's just like, you know, basically just one per, you know, so it's unfortunate, but I can't. But my policy has always been on my videos to, if I ever get a comment about people telling me to change the audio. Yeah, I know. I'm still explaining just for everyone that watches the video. And yeah, that's just the main issue about the audio. The other thing was about texture packs. Now, I did want to go for the pure BD Craft because Kieran told me about it. The problem with the pure BD Craft, it does look like an amazing texture pack. It does seem to be working well. The big issue I have with it though is I can't get it from the. There's no. You go to bdcraft.net and it's telling me to do. You know, it's telling me to download it with ads unless I support them. All I want is a texture pack. You know, I don't want to. I know the pure BD Craft is the best, right? I accept that, but I don't know. It's just that is the problem. I would love to get it, but I don't want a version with ads. I don't even know what that means. Why a texture pack has got ads on it? I've got no idea. Anyway, so we need to combine these two things. Okay, that'd be 22 levels. I could get that. That's 16. I'm breaking 3, power 5, infinity punch 2. Power 5, punch 2, I'm breaking 3. That's the same thing, isn't it? So I have to get this, basically. I'm breaking 3, power 5, infinity, and punch 2. Sounds like a good bow to me. Huge, well, not a huge amount of levels, but a decent amount. Alright, so this is a pretty solid bow now. Okay, next up. I'm trying to remember what time of day we're at. Not the best time of day at this point. Yeah, sorry about that, Backspace. It's difficult, but it's always difficult when you run a YouTube channel to explain to the viewers like how these things work, because you always have to keep in mind like everyone that's commenting and stuff. I've got Kelp now, so that's good. How would they even put ads on the texture pack? That is the problem that I don't know. Here's the thing, right? There's certain websites that if you read, like I read like the forums for the modded community, and the modded community are really in the know about everything, basically, as they often like to point out themselves. I mean, but they are obviously smart people with modded, and it's like they always say never go to Planet Minecraft, and you know, and you know, don't use the AdFly links for the for downloads and stuff. And I just don't understand why. Firstly, I don't know how they get the ads in, but I'm not that. That isn't really that. That isn't something that is hugely new to me. What I don't like is that I can get, for instance, I played with a shader pack called Wisdom Shaders. Really cool shader pack. Told me how to download Optifine, and I did it. I think I did it from AdFly or something. I can't remember. But the point is, I got Optifine, I got the shader pack, and it was easy. But if they're telling me on the texture pack I need to become a supporter to get a texture pack, I think really what it comes down to is I just don't know. Some people are just in the know. They're not going to be people that are in the know about this sort of stuff. They're not going to be going to AdFly or to Planet Minecraft or to any of these rubbish websites to get the good content. It just doesn't work like that, and it's just because I'm not in the know about it, and that's unfortunate for me. But you know, nothing I can really do about it. I wish there was. I wish there was, but unless I find someone who really knows about the texture packs and is willing to sort of... I shouldn't really have that open all the time. Okay, so with the turtle egg, what I think you need to do is you need to plant it. It needs to have like 8 blocks in each direction. It needs to be able to grow, I think. But yeah, I think one of the interesting things, by the way, is I never used to get drowned here. But ever since I put this in here, they're actually drowned spawning now. So that's kind of like an interesting change. There is like a little spot here as well. That's my bow, not my fishing rod. But yeah, I've got an amazing bow and amazing fishing rod now. So that is good. And yeah. And I've still got the map power, I don't need that. I did take the glowstone. So we're actually getting closer to getting... because in a couple of episodes ago, I had a really long episode, about an hour, and... What the... You can see how many mobs are spawning in the right area now. And this is all because I'm lighting up underground. The problem is it's still like a little bit... For some reason they've got an interesting sheen to them. But there's a couple of other options with regards to texture pack. The best texture pack, I think, honestly, the John Smith texture pack may be a good idea. I really do believe that the John Smith texture pack is a good idea. You know what I'm going to do, actually? I'm so curious about... Because the John Smith texture pack, it's like... I like to hear from the developer, to be honest. Because the thing is, I don't even know about Pure BDcraft. Who even makes it? Who's the developer? I don't know. And I like to know that stuff. Okay, these packs... So if you go to the John Smith, this website, johnsmithlegacy.co.uk, it's just like exactly what you want to see. And to be honest, even though I'm not 100% convinced by the texture pack, I like to see like what there is here. So we'll try this one, John Smith Legacy, and we'll put that in here. Save it. Have I saved it? I have. Okay, so sorry about this. It's going to take me just one moment here to try. I'm going to try this John Smith texture pack out because to be honest, I do want to try a texture pack. I'll be 1 second. Yeah, this will actually take me more than 1 second, so it'll take me about a minute from now. Well, I remember where I'm going. Not there. I will remember it eventually. Sorry, I know this is a little bit slow. Isn't it in the what directory do the resource? 1 second. Sorry about this. I never installed. I have installed texture packs at this point, but try the new Minecraft Java texture packs. This tells you what to do. Where's the resource pack folder? I can't remember where the resource pack folder is. I'm just trying to, yeah. It's not in data packs. I seem to recall that it just, you don't put it in there. No, that's right. I've got it, sorry. It's here. Yeah, I always think that the texture pack is specific to a world, but it's actually specific to something different. Let me see. Okay, that should be done now. Yeah, this one is a different one. That's the 1.12.2 one. So we want this one. Let's try it, see what happens. May get a crash. I hope not, but it could happen. Oh, I've got a crash. That just didn't work. What? It should work. I'm not sure why it's not working. There we go. So let's... Oh wow, everything looks completely different. I actually quite like it. It's not bad actually, is it? I thought it'd be a lot worse than this, to be honest. It's actually quite light, isn't it, now? I feel like it's lighter than it would be otherwise. I really do like it, you know. Very interesting. Do you like this texture pack backspace? I think it's quite nice. Even the turtle egg has got a graphic. That's nice. I like the fact it's quite updated as well. Skeletons are still over there. Glowstone looks better as well, I think. Wonder what the see-throughness level is. Not bad. It's not a bad texture pack, is it? I like the log. I think the wood as well. I think the wood is what I really like. The wood texture looks really good. Even the horse looks good. I'm actually quite impressed. Man, some of these textures really do look good as well. I'm not sure about the leather texture. That doesn't look right. Oh wow, the horse armor texture is cool. Okay, fair enough. So you're not a fan of this then? That's fair enough. I mean, honestly, like I said, I don't really use textures, but yeah, I mean, I've got to be honest, my first impression is fairly positive towards it. I can't pretend it's not. You see, there's a lot of mobs in the right areas now. I do like that. I think they can actually come over here. I see. Let me see. Yeah, I assume you mean the puffer. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's not like perfect. I don't know. I don't know. It's like the problem is I can't think of any others that I can actually download. The other ones you've got are like the Faithful texture pack. The problem with the Faithful, it doesn't seem to change anything. It just looks exactly the same. And I don't want it to look exactly the same. I need to be a bit careful of this actually because I think mobs are going to be able to come out here. The raw fish one. Let me just I just think they're going to come over for some reason. Let me just block it off just for a moment, just so I can avoid that. The raw fish one. I'm not sure I like this. Yeah, I know what you mean. That does look like... It's good. In a way, it's like a little bit too good. I think the thing that I really noticed, though, was that the... I mean, you've got to say that the cobblestone does look better like this. And you see certain textures will look better. Like, for instance, you're never going to use, like, diorite to build with, if you think about it. But you see now, diorite is actually like... You could build with that. It doesn't look terrible. So yeah. Yeah, the nether wart is... I'm not sure what they've done with the nether wart, to be honest. That is not really what nether wart looks like. It looks like a completely different plant. You think that nether wart should be just like I forget the botanical term for it, but it's just, you know, like there's little sort of like, I don't want to, yeah, basically not like this. This is just like, looks like a flower basically. It does look a bit fiery. I don't know. We'll think about it anyway. Oh, Enderman. Let's see if we can see the Enderman. Go to the Enderman killing zone, which is here. No, I don't think we're going to get him. Okay, but yeah, I think I am going to leave it though. I think it's not too bad. I want to see like if it's really worth trying with a texture pack like this or not. At least jump outside, right? Sun is different as well. Spruce, I like the colours of the spruce leaves. Mesa looks kind of interesting. I don't know, it gives me a different look to it, to the whole world. Dead bush definitely looks better. Let's see the mushrooms. Track looks way better. This actually looks like an actual signal. Mushrooms have got a bit more texture. It's not bad. I kind of like it, to be honest. I think I'll probably just leave it. I don't like some of the long distance stuff. I guess I could do rendering quite high. That's probably why I don't get that good performance. What was that? Full screen resolution current. You know what? I was looking at Optifine. There was something saying that you shouldn't do that. This is just vanilla, isn't it? Yeah, I turned the mip map, certain things off. I don't know. I'll be honest, the one thing I don't particularly like is that the mesa is a little bit more lifeless now. These colours are all a bit like they're toned down. It's quite a toned down sort of thing, isn't it? I don't know. Let's have a little look, little wander. There's a weird kind of graininess to it, which I'm not sure if it's a result of some sort of graphical settings. It sort of looks like it's... There's certain textures I really do like though. I'm not sure about these cows, if I'm being honest. The thing is, when it comes to the animals, that's why I'm studying a little bit. I mean, I'm just not sure about that at all. How are the chickens doing? Chickens look good. A little bit more cartoony, I think. But that is kind of what, I don't know. There's only so long I can look at this. Alright, so on this, what did I establish? Well, I'm pretty sure I established we don't need any of this front section. I wish let's just dump some stuff in the chest very quickly, because I'd like to do some work outside here. You can go in there. I can't even use the clock though, can I? I don't think anyone uses... That's a bit annoying, to not be able to use the clock. Maps are kind of a bit annoying as well. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Is this the bottom level? Or is there anything underneath? No, this is just straight at the bottom level. Okay, alright. And I've done the same thing again. Oh, well, not to worry. This is all stone, I think, that's why. Both my... Yeah, I need to repair that with iron. But yeah, we're certainly getting there with terms of the spawner. There's a few more changes to be made. I think I would need to lower my render distance to 8. Because it is a little bit more intensive than vanilla. It's not like if you've got a super fast computer you wouldn't even notice it, but for me I can notice it. You know, I can certainly notice the difference in performance here. You often find that with these sorts of things, just yeah, it's a little bit. The performance is not great. It may change. It may be one of those things that changes. And I think the textures. I think originally textures should be 16 by 16. So 32 by 32 is still a bit of an upgrade for me. I guess if I'm not doing... To be honest, I didn't notice it before I started doing this. So... I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's going to be a huge problem. But we'll see. So yeah, we need to go all the way back. Basically, this is the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Yeah. How far out did I say I wanted to go? I'm pretty sure I wanted to go across here. I don't know. I'll do some more measurements tomorrow, but for now I have to finish certain things here. I want to make sure I don't break this pickaxe as well. So. Not too worried about these blocks. What time of day are we at? Not too bad. I don't know. How do you even disable it? Let's see. I can just go back. I don't know. It's not great. To be honest, I may try the other one. I could just try the faithful one, right? I don't know. When I go back to this, I do actually prefer it. I can't help but prefer the normal texture pack. It's just like it's quicker. I know it's like everything's less polished, but I do like it. The other option is the following. If we go to, where are you, texture packs? Here we are. We go to texture pack on curse, and we do a 1.13 version. So the other option is this called Faithful Java, which is by far and away the most popular texture pack. So yeah, could give it a go. I'll give it a go, right? There's no harm in giving it a go. So hopefully I'll be able to do this one a little bit quicker now, because... Okay, we'll put that in here. A bit of that. And that one. Yeah, because basically because I remember how it's done now. Okay, let's try this one out then. So I don't know if this is boring content, but I want to just try out the different texture packs, because I'm super curious if it. So what did I take? So we have Faithful this time. So this is more. You know, in many ways, John Smith is like a. You've got to be into the John Smith texture pack sort of thing. You've got to really appreciate what it does. So this is Faithful. I'm just trying out texture packs at the moment. Backspace. This I can barely tell the difference. This is called a Faithful texture pack. It's a little bit different, isn't it? It's so similar though. Again, they've made the Netherwart look a bit funny. It is a little bit different. I feel like that texture is a bit different. Horse looks the same. They haven't changed too much though. Faithful has always been one where they just don't change a great deal. Let's see what else we can find. So I don't know how interesting this is to look at different texture packs. There's one called X-Ray. I don't know why I would want an X-Ray texture pack though. What is the point of that? X-Ray Ultimate texture pack. I don't like that. It's quite popular, but I still don't want to use it. The next one is called Clarity. All right, we're going to try. There's a couple that I've heard of because in the community that I know. Okay, let's just try a couple of different ones at this point. So we'll get this one. Yep, in you go. This will actually take me a lot. This will be a lot quicker this time. And we're going to try this one. Oh well, this is a big one. Well, 10 megabytes for a texture pack. That seems like quite big. Okay. Yeah. Well, the X-ray one. Okay, so this is. It is kind of nice, Faithful. I've got to say, Faithful. Okay, we'll say Faithful is the favourite so far. Now, next options. We have Clarity. It's funny that you can have both of them at the same time. Weird. I never really messed with this stuff too much before. So this is called Clarity. We'll see how this one looks. Okay. That's not very clear, the sun. Let's just head back into the base, see how that looks. Well, they love doing stuff with the nether wart, don't they? The water's quite clear. I'm not completely sold. Remember also that these texture packs might look different in the daytime. Let's see what the rail track looks like. Funnily enough, I do actually quite like the rail track. It's a little bit simpler, but it's quite nice. It's not terrible. It's one of those ones where you think, oh no, I don't like that, but it's actually fairly understated. And do these things change? Okay, now we've got finally. Well, maybe not finally. Oh, they love to mess around with the cows. It's like everyone's got their different approach to the cows. It's really funny, actually. Wow, what's up with the chickens? Actually look more realistic with that thing. I can't remember what it's called, but the red thing. All right. Next up is we have Unity. Oh, so I get the wrong version. It said it was for 1.13. I must have just downloaded the wrong version somehow. There is a version for 1.13. I don't know about this one, to be honest. It's very. It was got updated. Yeah. It's one of those community ones that was updated on April the 1st, and I just think, let's just leave that one. Let's do 113 by last updated, because I like to go. Okay, let's just try a couple more, just while we're on doing this, because it's kind of fun. I've got to be honest. One of you. Yep. I'll probably stick with Faithful, to be completely honest. I think Faithful is actually probably the best option. I'm just really curious if there's something else that really... because there may be something else. I'm not someone that just goes with what everyone else goes with. So there may be something super unusual. Monsterline, no. Weirdly enough, most of the ones that are popular are like... Yeah, there's a lot of... Natural Realism. And that's by the same guy that made the Clarity one. So I think it's probably quite... Oh, this looks quite nice. Is a 13 though? There is a 13. I'm just hoping I'm getting the right version here. It should tell me that's 113, that version. Do I not? If I could get that, please. Yes. Okay, so we'll go here. Okay, so we've got a couple more to check now. Sorry if I'm sorry if... Alright, so next up. Right. There we go. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Doesn't matter. Funnily enough, I didn't actually see your comment backspace, but that is actually what I what I decided to do. So we're going to look at that in a minute. Just going to have to wait for this to... I know I've gone a little bit overboard today looking at these things, but the thing is, I wouldn't just look at these things. Okay, so like I said, we're going to go for this one. It's called 3D Creator Craft. So I don't know how good this one is. And then we've got Natural Realism as well, who's by the same... You can see the same author as Clarity. So we're going to see how this looks. Yeah, it's funny because I literally wasn't even looking at your comment there, and I happened to pretty much decide exactly the same thing as you. Because you can look through them and you can sort of tell when it's like 100 views, or it's like, you know, that like it's just uploaded for a joke or something, or not. I mean downloads. I mean that's why I like to look through on Curse, because I can just get them very easily and simply. There's no sign up to this and, you know, donate here, and then you can download it for 1 week with ads or something. And it's just like with Curse, it's just okay. Look at this. Wow. Wow. This actually looks like this is kind of funny actually. This reminds me of Pure BD Craft, you know. This actually looks more like it. It's got that sort of that you know that game Beautiful Joe. I can't explain. This is actually quite good, isn't it? Let me just wow, look at that that cobblestone texture though. Man. Huh. At least the Netherwart look a bit more. How have you got here? I should not have this like that. I gotta be honest, it does look cool, doesn't it? This is actually much better than I thought it would be. It is quite. It's a little bit of a gimmick to have it like that, but it kind of works. It's kind of like interesting seeing the 3D textures, isn't it? Got to be careful here. It's not bad, is it? I kind of like it, and you know what is I also like a lot is that I like. It feels nice, like this. These leaves, right? They look like the way the way I place the leaves. It is nice, isn't it? It really is quite nice. I think the clock actually works as well, which I quite like. The sugarcane's got a wrapping around it, which you'd probably imagine it would do. Turtle egg is textured. I'm going to leave that pigment there because. Yeah, it's kind of like it's that weird sort of like. This is unusual as well. But I do because think how bad these leaves. Honestly, like if you think about it, how bad these leaves really look. And here it's got like it's got very like It just looks nice, the leaves now. You wouldn't. This looks like on vanilla textures. This looks like. I mean, to be fair, it looks like a mess. And this bit still looks a bit like a mess. But overhead, it's like. It's got a really nice texture to the whole sort of thing, which I do like. This I don't know. I don't understand what this is. There's like it's a little carrot. Carrots are interesting looking. They're very. It's very. Yeah. I don't know. I've got to be honest. I do quite like it though. I almost want to see like what other blocks look like. Yeah, they do look funny. Some of the blocks, the way they've. Like something like this is probably going to look really unusual. Yeah, it does. It definitely makes my base look much better, doesn't it? Because that's the thing. Like, I like to make kind of more irregular structures, and this is the sort of thing that because it gives the leaves much more texture, it really does sort of help, doesn't it? Okay, so this is definitely a very good candidate, I would say. This one has okay, so final entry is natural realism. Okay, and I'm not going to do. I may do more another day, but we're getting to the end of the stream now, so we're going to see how this looks. I did like that one though. I think I will probably stick to that if I'm being honest, because I think as long as there's no problems with it. I think you're right though. It does add a lot to my base, and I think it's got a nice look to it. Okay, let's see what we've got here. I don't know. To be honest, I'm kind of underwhelmed now. Yeah, I think. I don't know. I think we'll just stick. I think what I'm going to do. I know I've only looked at this for like 5 seconds, but I think we basically have a winner, and the winner is 3D Creator Craft Ultra. I'm afraid this is the winner. So yeah. Anyway, I've got to go with it, right? It looks the best. If I get performance issues, I can go back to Faithful. But I think in terms of like a unique texture pack, it ticks a lot of boxes for me. And I think ultimately it's about the leaf, the fact that my base is made of leaves. It's got such a nice feeling to it, and it will let me do more builds like that. And I think really that's what you have to. It's like for some people it wouldn't be like, yeah, you've got to love it, right? And even this stuff with the yeah, I just like it. I think it's really unique. It's similar enough. It's oh well, that's an interesting. There's just some nice touches to it, I think, to make it stand out from other stuff. And I think we can do some really cool stuff with it. I didn't actually check the diorite texture. Let me check that, just out of interest. Doesn't improve it much. But yeah, anyway, we're going to leave the stream here. And I think we're going to stick with this texture pack for now. We may go back to Faithful. But I do like it though. I think it's got like a pixelation that I like. Anyway, thanks for coming along to the stream today, and I will be back as always tomorrow.